Welcome back to Public Affairs on Peach. I'm Sharon Reed. We're discussing juvenile justice, specifically how childhood trauma can lead to a life of crime. Licensed psychologist Dr. Kanika Bell, who works with Fulton County Juvenile Court, is here to share her insight along with Judge Peggy Walker. Let's talk about young people and mental illness. You touched on it before the break. It's a growing problem, but recognizing it is key.
I think that's the major issue, is that we don't know if we're looking at a bad kid or a kid who just has trauma history.
And Judge Walker, for you, repeat offenders. You know, many people in the general public don't understand the same kids come before you time and time again. Are there some children who have just seen too much, done too much, and they can't be helped?
I don't think we should ever just warehouse a child and say that nothing can be done. Their brains are still forming. We have one more opportunity of growth, and we need to use that to change the trajectory for that child. So no, we keep trying.
But I would also then ask you about diversion programs, because you have to have the families involved too, the parents. Do those work? Can they make an impact?
If they actually involve the families the way that they say that they are going to. I do think that you have to have training with the parents, and you can't just work with a child and then release them back to the exact same environment. So I do think more of a communal effort is going to be necessary to really make long-lasting change. But the original concept behind juvenile justice was to be therapeutic. It wasn't supposed to be jail junior. It was supposed to be a place where kids and families can try to get back on track.
And do you find that you're able to reverse course when it comes to things like parental abuse? Can you walk back and have that family unit formed again?
Absolutely. What we find is generations will repeat behaviors, but not necessarily because they want to. We can give them the tools to make those changes, and we base our work on resiliency. We believe our families are resilient, our children are resilient, and we can build resilient communities, but we need to use the science.
You ladies are immersed in it. What more, because there's been a lot of reform, we've talked about it here, what more needs to change? What else is left to do?
I think there needs to be more assessment right on the ground level. One thing that I like about the mental health clinic in the Fulton County Juvenile Court is kids come in and they do evaluations right away. Let's figure out what's going on. Let's ask some questions about, your history. And so let's get some information before you even face the judge. Let's figure out what this kid has been dealing with and how we can try to intervene.
Should it happen before they even get in the system? I know schools are already stressed, but is there another way to get these kids earlier treatment?
Absolutely. If you have a child that cannot regulate themselves and they get put out of daycare, they get put out of kindergarten, that's your first sign that you have a problem to address. In this state, for the first time in the 27 years, we're going to put money into mental health for children under the age of 7.
Well, it is just an incredible discussion. It's one we're committed to here at CBS 46. We do have our Facebook page we want to tell people about for more information, and just stay with us all month long as we continue our reporting. Thanks so much to both of you for adding the insight and giving us that valuable look. You too, Judge Walker, for allowing us that access. Thanks for joining us for this edition of Public Affairs on Peach.